Okay, so interesting week that it is being on Amazon. Very, very interesting week. Lots of things going on. You would have seen, no doubt, which brings me very, very neatly to my first question, that Amazon has launched an individual selling plan. An individual selling plan. Now, they've had that, of course, in the US of A, as well as other marketplaces for bloody ages. But it's only just launched here in Australia. And so lots of folks have been asking me, very, very smartly, should they get onto the individual plan instead of the professional plan. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to go through things for you and to kind of lay out the difference. And Mimi Tan specifically asked me about this, so I thought it'd be kind of neat to go through it all. Because for some people, you know, the individual plan is a better plan for you to be on. And for other people, you definitely want to be on the professional plan. So let me go through it for you, and I'll give you the pros and cons of it, and then you can kind of make your own decisions, because there's definitely pros and cons to both. So let's start with the main con. I'll get this out of the way. The main con to the professional plan is the price. That's the main downside of it. So currently here in Australia, it is $49.95 excluding GST to be on the Amazon professional plan. And as you can see, they've always got these bloody deals on whereby you can get a bit of a deal going. Currently they've got pay nothing until December 31st, so basically come January, that's when you start paying. But that's the dealio with that, and that's also the downside to that. Now, the way that the individual plan works is, let's just go back over to here, and I can kind of show you some of the things that you can and can't do with the individual plan, because there's a lot of kind of stuff that is just not doable. So let's do this one. All right, so here's the main things of it. If you make, well, the individual plan, the way that works is you get charged per sale you make, which is 99 cents plus GST per sale that you make. So instead of paying a flat monthly fee of $49.95, you pay per sale. So clearly, if you're making less than 50 sales per month, the individual plan makes more financial sense for you, makes more financial sense. However, there are some fundamental things that the individual plan doesn't let you do. So, typically, your shipping costs for the individual plan will be higher than if you're on the professional plan. Now, the reason for that is that unlike the professional plan where it's all lumped together, the individual plan, as it says, each individual item is treated as a separate entity, and unlike where you get FBA fees, your FBA, which is a set amount, your fees are much more contingent upon what you're selling. And in my experience, typically, you end up paying a little bit more for shipping. So that is to be taken into consideration, I think, because of that. Also, we're here on a listing, and well, this is a bit of a pain because it hasn't actually got the buy box. But this product here, if you were on an individual plan, you would not get what's called the buy box. Now, the buy box is not actually visible on this plan, so it's probably a terrible thing for me to be showing you with. However, let's go and see if we can find something that has got the buy box, and then I can show you. No, that doesn't have the buy box. What a pain in the arse. I can see already where this is going. That doesn't have the buy box. What a frigging pain. All right, so hopefully you guys all know what the buy box actually means. All it means is it's just the ability to go from here directly to add to cart. I mean, that's not really the buy box per se, but it's at least giving you that, where you can just add it directly to cart without having to go through this process whereby you are looking for different, you have to go into the actual listing itself. Let's go back to this one. So see your buying options, that's the current buy box, and now you can add to cart. So all these people are selling. So if you are a professional seller, then you become buy box eligible. If you're on an individual plan, you do not get the buy box. You always end up in a situation like what I've just shown you here, whereby you've got to click through and then add to cart. So it's just another step that needs to be taken. Buy box traditionally means if there's two people selling a product and one person's got the buy box, it means that person gets all the business. That's what traditionally that means. Also, let's go back. If you're on an individual plan, let's just see if there's anything going on here, what we can demonstrate with. Nope. So if you're on an individual plan, you do not get access to a lot of the marketing related things that we can do as professional sellers. Things like coupon codes, for instance. You cannot get coupon codes if you're on an individual plan, so immediately takes that out. You also don't become eligible for any Amazon funded promotions. So very, very often Amazon will put your product on sale for you and they will fund the discount out of their commission. So they do that a lot with a lot of different products, and they simply just take it out of their commissions. You don't pay for that. If they've done it, they pay for that. But if you are individual seller, you never ever get that. You can't actually have that. So that kind of sucks. What else? Oh, gift options. So you don't get those. So if you're on an Amazon seller professional account, you get a lot of gift options that you can do, such as gift wrapping and things like that, and give this gift as a gift, or give this item as a gift. As an individual seller, you can't do any of that either. And if you look at the way the SERPs is structured on Amazon, if I do facial cleansers, for instance, let's just use that, because that's what that was, I think, a facial cleanser. And we scrolly, free delivery. Oh, again, I've chosen something shit ass. Oftentimes on this left rail here, you have the opportunity to highlight gift wrapping and things like that. You're not included in that if you're on an individual account as well. I seem to be looking out tonight with my showing you examples of things. And what else? Global selling. You don't get access to global selling if you're on an individual account, meaning that if you are signed up on amazon.com.au, you do not get access to Amazon in Japan. You do not get access to Amazon in America through global selling. You don't get any of that either. So if you want to expand and scale, you've got to become a professional seller. And the only other thing as well that I know for sure is that you cannot give anybody else access to your account. So as you develop as a seller on Amazon, you'll find yourself with more and more people on your team. Like I think about my Amazon team, we've got heaps of people now who work in my Amazon businesses. And they all get access to the Amazon accounts that we're using, of course, but you don't get that with an individual account. So that's the kind of pros and cons for the two. For me, for my money, I don't know. Well, clearly, it makes much more sense just because of how much money I'm making on Amazon in Australia. It makes far more sense for me to be a professional seller. And that doesn't even factor in all the other cool shit that you get as a professional seller. So it's a no-brainer for me. And yes, Amazon Global Selling is available in Australia. So. Also, Dominic says you don't have access to Amazon PPC. Thanks for that, Dom. I thought that was the case, but I didn't want to say it just in case it wasn't. But yeah, so that's another big downside. You don't get Amazon PPC if you're on an individual seller account. And I think it's a necessity to actually have that. So there you go. That's the pros and cons. You've got to weigh it up yourself, make your own decisions, but that's kind of that's the lowdown on it anyway. For me and for my money, it's a no-brainer to be on a professional plan. For you and your money, you've got to make your own decisions. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.